Okay.
You gonna start? Or you want me to start?
You start.
See, we need people who start on their own. Okay. So I'm Jami, who is our coordinator and adult supervision and technically person in charge. However, there we go.
Okay.
If, things get a little screwy, it's usually my fault.
Okay. I'm Cambria. I'm the president of TAC.
Yeah, brand new year, brand new president.
Yeah. Maya, who are you?
Yeah, we got Maya. She's our vice president.
Yeah.
She's a newer TAC member. We're really excited to have her. We're going to test how this goes. So.
Okay. All our activities are coming back from, the team programs are all coming back, like movie nights and...
We added extra movie nights. There's going to be one of those every single week, so I hope you're ready to watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and we have themes every month. This month is coming of age. We had our first one last night.
Yeah, they picked the heaviest coming of age story I had in my pile. We could have watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off. We could have watched The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. We could have watched Clueless, Dirty Dancing, like all these fun, happy, peppy things. And what did they pick?
Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yes! Which is a good movie, and I do know an extra. We had to rewind because I missed her and had to go back. But... really heavy, really deep. Probably better suited for our final September movie than our first. Because I don't know if some of them are going to come back.
That just means that it's brighter the rest of the month, I guess. Okay, what now? I'm looking forward to the activities coming back. Because this summer I didn't come do a lot. Because I was busy, but I'm excited for everything we have going on.
Yeah, we got some good stuff. You gotta talk louder.
I can't.
We'll just put that in the middle.
Okay.
Make sure it doesn't cover Maya's face. It'll be good.
Okay, Maya, do you have anything to say?
It's okay. You can think about it.
Okay.
This is a little more awkward than you think it is, because you gotta look at you. Which I personally am not always a fan of. Not looking at you, but looking at me. So let's see. What else we got? Oh, September. Fun stuff. So Teen Cafe. That's a good thing to talk about. What are we doing with that?
Well, we renamed it.
We did rename it. That used to be Homework Helpers. So now it's Teen Cafe, and you just come and you hang out, and you can work on stuff. We have snacks. We do have new snacks. I went shopping today.
Oh, you did?
I did, yes. And, so yeah, should be good. Should be fun.
Yeah.
It's super easy. It's super simple. That's not even really our most exciting thing.
Yeah, then we have our recruitment event tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. But technically, by the time this posts next week, it will have been 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Or 4 days ago. So hopefully we saw you at our recruitment event. That has been posted on our website, so hopefully you were able to come. Otherwise, we do also have, the book bunch is going to be before the, maybe I'll post this early.
When is that? Monday?
Book bunch is Monday.
Okay. I didn't know which Monday it was.
And if we're going to post on Wednesday, maybe I'll post early. That way we can...
Get these out.
You can hear what we got going on. I'm excited, though. Book bunch will be good. It's best book you read all summer.
Yeah, I didn't come to that one
which is always one of my favorites, because everybody does something a little different, and there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, a lot of them there aren't anyway, but more so with this one. And we're going to pick our topics for the rest of the year. So, if you're really invested in making sure we don't talk about anything stupid, show up Monday, 5:30.
Okay. Then movie nights, we already talked about those. Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of movies that you choose from, we vote when you show up.
Yes, because they left me to my own devices for September, and I couldn't narrow it down from...
How many movies do we have? We
have 12. It's a
that.
lot, because I narrowed down a list of 50. And that's the best I could do. So, what you gonna do?
Creative Corner. What was that called?
Hey, Frankie. Wait. That was Writers and Artists Workshop.
That's what I thought.
Which was Writers and Artists Club. We've been renaming all kinds of stuff. Left, right, and center. So, we'll see how it goes.
Because club makes people think that they have to come every time, and then Writers and Artists Workshop didn't roll off the tongue, and it wasn't alliterated.
Exactly. So we're just gonna creative corner. Should be fun. But we'll do the same stuff. We'll do art. We'll do writing. We will get that first issue of the creative medley out and printed and in people's hands if it kills me, which it might at this point because it was supposed to go out in June and then it was supposed to go out in July and then I was gonna have it out before school started. And has anybody seen it yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, not blue soap.
No. So that will be coming.
And then game night. When do we have that? I don't
That
know
is the
all the
fourth
days.
Monday of the month
Okay.
at 5:30. Everything's at 5:30.
Yeah, pretty
Easy
much.
to remember.
Family nights. Wasn't that?
That's our
Tuesday?
all ages thing, and that one kind of bounces around. So, like, we've got an family art night on the first Tuesday. Maya came to that one.
Yeah.
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
What did we do?
Well, we painted some watercolor.
We did actually. I can show you mine.
Stand by.
We're gonna get real brave here. I don't usually do this, but we did these, which looks a little goofy. My moon is lopsided, but I couldn't get a nose on it, so. And then we did this, which looked real nice till I tried to add in a moon that turned into a croissant, and Leah added a baguette for me. So, could be worse. But yeah, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We've also got, like, one of the movie nights is for family. There's a family game night, a family construction night. But yeah, they're all ages, so if you're interested, come along, join us. It should be fun. That's all on the website, too.
So
Everything's on our website because I talk really fast and it's a lot of information to remember.
Okay. Social media.
Yeah, what do we got? Do we not know?
I mean, I know. I think we got Instagram.
We do. It's at MMTeens because MML Teens was already taken.
Well, I can't follow it, so I don't.
Yes. And
And
I've done
then-
pretty good this week. We are on, what, day 3 of the week and I've posted 3 times.
Technically 4, but like the full
Yeah, but
week.
Monday doesn't count.
And you were closed. We were closed Monday.
Yes.
And then I know we got. Don't we? Do
We have a
teens
Facebook. It's not a teen-specific Facebook. It's just the MML Facebook
Yeah.
that I know most teenagers are not particularly fond of. But sometimes your parents are, or your grandparents, and then somebody will be like, hey, this thing sounds like fun. So every once in a while we get people from that. I let Lysella handle all that.
What else do we have?
We have
don't
the YouTube
social
channel.
media. Yeah. Which this will be posted on.
Yes, this is there. And hopefully we'll have some more things to go on that soon, because this can't be the only thing we do every month.
Well, that's in the works. We talked about it.
So yeah, hopefully. Like, keep an eye out. We'll see what happens.
We got new books.
We did! Okay, there's a whole bunch down there, and here, I'll show you the cart. This just came up the other day. And I held on to them so that I could show you proof.
Is that like all
There's
the
a
new
whole
books?
cart. They're all teens, and they're all brand new. See? Well, you can't see it from way back there, but there's three shelves full.
Is that what your office is full of? Is that all new?
My whole office?
You know how it was like. You know. I feel like it's
Oh,
pretty
yesterday?
snug.
No. This is all new. I think this is just about all of what's left of teen. And then they gotta work on children's stuff. But yeah, we got some good stuff. We got some new graphic novels. The Heartstopper series was finally off a back order, so I did get that one ordered. It's downstairs in the teen zone. We got some nice fiction. We've got... Yeah, Frankie's excited about some of them. That's a new stuff. Just a whole bunch of new stuff. I ordered like an entire summer's worth of stuff in one fell swoop in August because I kind of sort of super forgot all summer.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but makes for a really nice September.
Yeah, it's like the start of school.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that works out.
It does work. We've got nice new ones for school and getting going, and some of them I really want to read.
Yeah.
I probably won't get around to it, but some of them I do want to read.
Are we currently reading anything? I am. I don't know.
Okay, what are you reading?
I'm reading the third Harry Potter book.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I
That one
like-
is a good one.
I liked the movie. I'm excited to finish the book. I'm not that far.
The book is better, but I say that about all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've already
But-
liked the first 2 books better than the
Mhm.
movies. Because I'm working on the whole series right now. I got the whole set. So I'm working on the series, but I don't know when that's going to happen because of school. And
Yeah.
we already have a class book, so...
And a couple of them are real
What?
ones.
It has been like 4
Yeah, yeah. We're reading The Book Thief.
Oh, you're an armsters.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna suck so bad. I'm just telling.
Yeah, I think Hannah told me last
Yeah,
night.
no, the
Told me and
book-
Sharon last night.
The book thief is hard, but not in like comprehension. Just to get through it, because it is. Oh, that's so boring.
I've heard good things and I've heard bad things.
Like
It's
certain-
also really on point with what I wanted to talk about today.
the plot's really good, but like
Is
it
it-
just spends too
is it a
much
vampire?
time with the little
It
stuff.
might be, but remind me again what happens in the book thief.
I don't
Somebody who's read it.
know. I've never read it.
The book thief is about this little girl during like 1950s Germany, and it's about her. It really jumps around time. It's apparently narrated by Death, but it's
What?
about her and her life in Germany, about hiding some Jewish guy in their basement. Like, it really jumps around. The whole Death being the narrator wasn't that good. She steals books
Yeah.
because she likes to read.
But she can't get her hands on them unless she's, so it's at least in part about, your right to read and choose what you read and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
That sounds.
Yeah, good
Uh-huh.
book, actually.
I don't
See?
know. Maybe I'll like it. We'll see.
It's really a 50-50 shot. Everybody who's read it either really liked it or really didn't. There doesn't seem to be any in between. I haven't read it, so I
don't
can't
know.
say anything.
I don't know
but-
when we start it. Either tomorrow or next week is what.
Wow,
The teacher
my
said.
God.
Ooh,
Wow.
It's a big jump tomorrow or next week.
Wow.
But no, you'll like the Harry Potter ones. They're good.
Yeah, I already liked the first two. I'm excited to get to Goblet of Fire. I've heard very good things.
That's a pretty good one. I think my least favorite out of the whole batch. Well, no. I can never decide if my least favorite is the second one or the fifth one.
A lot of people hate the fifth
I
one.
really don't like Harry in the fifth one because he's the most obnoxious teenage boy in the entire known universe. Which just means it was well written.
I can't wait to read it just so I can laugh.
But first, I've never really liked the second one. I don't have good reasons. It's never been one of my favorites.
I think because I've seen that movie so many times, I knew what happened, and so it was just dragging on. Like, I was just waiting to finish it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even bad, it was just like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Are you reading anything currently?
Not really.
I have 2 books that should be delivered to my house today. I'm very excited about. I'm gonna have to get them here for us if I can ever get back into Baker and Taylor. Because I finally got around to this summer when I was on vacation. I started that Field Party series we have by Abby Glines,
Yeah.
which when I bought them, I wanted to read. But, me and books, and I never did get around to it. Well, I finally got around to it, and I read the first one, and then I, in one day, read the second and the third. And the only one I could get on Libby without a 5 to 12 week hold,
Yeah.
which is insane and stupid and way too long. I was which would be the next one, the 4th one. So I did that one, and then I couldn't get the 5th or the 6th, so I Amazoned them and I pre-ordered the 7th
Jeez.
because I have 0 self-control.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy books very often because when I do, it's a lot.
I never have time to read until, the nighttime, and then I'm tired. So I don't get much...
See, and I don't do that before bed because then I don't go to bed.
Yeah. Well, because, on the weekends, I would try, and then I would get tired. It would be, 1 in the morning. I'd be like, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it Okay, yeah. I think, is it Banned Books Week? Or...
It is Banned Books Week, but we have the display up for the entire month.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was the month or the week.
No, it's the week. This year it's September 18th through the 24th.
Okay. I had to think of the date.
Mm-hmm.
For
So yeah, it's
now.
not next week, but the week after. But we here at MML, in the Teen Zone at least, are celebrating all month. Because it is super duper important to remember that you have the right to read whatever it is that you choose to read. And it is nobody else's business to tell you one way or the other what you should or shouldn't be reading. Except technically your parents. Your parents are in charge of that. But they're only in charge of you. They're not in charge of everybody else.
Yeah. Greatly summed up.
Yes. So, do we have anything else to add to that? I have some fast facts for those people who aren't real clear on what Banned Books Week is. If we wanted to go over that, or if we wanted to talk about anything
I don't
more
know.
specifically.
I mean, I didn't really know that it was a thing until I started coming to the library. honestly.
It's honestly, a lot of people don't quite realize that, and it's...
Ooh, I've read that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
It is, yeah, and I can't believe that Speak is still on the list.
Speak by Lori Hawes Anderson. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's on the 2020 list.
Yeah, I like that one.
Of top 10s.
I bought it. It's really good.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't already know, for 40 years, the annual event, that's dumb. We don't need to know that. Let's see, it brings together the entire book community, librarians, booksellers, publishers, journalists, teachers, and readers of all types, in shared support of the freedom to seek and express ideas, even those some consider unorthodox or unpopular. Books featured during Banned Books Week have all been targeted for removal or restriction in libraries and schools. Everything that I displayed on both pink walls in the teen zone are on one of the banned books list. I started with the 2021 top 10. I pulled from the 2020 top 10, and I pulled from the last full decades list out of ones we had in the teen zone. Once some of those check out and I need to fill in holes, I'll move into the adult section and or the children's department to pull other ones. But I started with teen because that's where I was displaying.
I feel like Perks of Being a Wallflower I saw.
It is. It's down there on the list. It's been at least challenged multiple times. Let's see. ALA, that's the American Library Association, Office for Intellectual Freedom tracked 729 challenges to library, school, and university materials and services in 2021, which is significantly larger than the number that they did in 2020, which was only 156 challenges. So things have gotten a lot worse in the last year.
Oh, 156. That's such a low number for blind books.
You know it is. It's because we're up this year to 1,597 individual titles.
Wow. They pinned Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
I read
They
that.
did, yes.
Yeah,
That's
project.
That was kind of weird, but that's, it was made during the bloom of all, Our Fall and Our Stars.
Yeah, that was
Generally
a weird
speaking,
one.
in my experience, anything that ends up on the banned books list, especially the top 10, because that means it has been challenged most often, is because it is honest, and people don't like it when you're honest with children.
And, realistic for people reading it. Yeah, because I read Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, too, for a book project.
And we have most of the books on both this year and last year's top 10, and the ones that we don't, I will probably order, because I have a tendency to order off of the banned books list, which might be a little small and petty of me, but like I said, generally speaking, if somebody is trying to make you not read it, there's probably a reason why you should read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some kind of honest truth in it.
Yeah, I'd like to read the book for Perks of Being a Wallflower, because I enjoyed the movie. It's very sad.
It is, yes. It's also good to remember, too, that we celebrate because in the majority of cases, the books have remained available and on shelves. That just because they have been challenged does not mean that they are banned or removed. However, banning and removing has actually become slightly more common in the past year or so.
The reasons for Speak are annoying.
The reasons for a lot of them are annoying. If you get into it...
Well, as I've read, because I read the book and I watched the movie too.
Yes, it's
Kristen
well
Stewart
done.
was in that one.
It's well done.
Yeah, I enjoyed both of them.
And ALA based their lists on information from media stories and voluntary reports, which means that surveys indicate that 82 to 97% of book challenges and documented requests to remove materials remain unreported or receive no media. And a lot of it is because they consider it unsuited or inappropriate for the age group. Like I said, anytime you're honest, people get
Mad.
twitchy.
Yeah.
Twitchy, which, in your own homes with your own families is well within your rights. You are allowed to do that. But when you step outside of those bounds into telling other people what they can and cannot do, or what they can or cannot allow their children to do, is where it becomes more of a problem. At least personally for me. You don't get to tell me what to do. You can tell, yourself what to do, but that's different. So yeah, I highlighted some statistics, mostly because I was on a roll yesterday and some of it makes me real mad.
I feel like the who initiates the challenges. That makes sense.
Well, recently it has gone up from, it used to be, let's see, if we go back to 2019, it was mostly patrons, not as much parents. But like the 2021 has jumped significantly in mostly parents. And from 2020 to 2021, we jumped from 15% in school libraries to 44% in school libraries.
I feel like that's why the number raised.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. If
Yeah,
the numbers. It makes sense why they've raised.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's stupid, but
It is, yeah. Oh, this one in 2018, I really wanted to highlight this one, because this one is... Okay, 2018, that's the year that there were 200 plus books donated to the Orange City, Iowa, Public Library after 4 LGBTQ library books were burned by a religious activist. That's book burning. Straight up book burning. In 2018.
Jesus.
Not 1930s Germany, but 2018 United States. Like, see, you rolled your eyeballs. That's where it gets crazy. Like, you just you don't get to decide for other people. And I think, was it 19 or 18 that Harry Potter was back on the top 10 list?
What?
Yeah. Because of witchcraft.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it was 2019.
Mm-hmm. That one comes and goes off the list.
Number 9.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't... Okay.
Yeah. Explain that one.
You literally can't. Like,
No.
I don't understand that. The Hate You Give seems to be on a lot of these.
The Hate You Give has been challenged quite a bit in the last, I'd say, 5 years. When was that one published?
I don't know.
Like 2017.
So yeah, within the last 5-ish years.
2017,
Like, since publication, that one has been greatly challenged because it is an honest conversation about what happens in...
Well, it's an honest conversation of police brutality and also code switching, which is a term used for when people of color have to switch between how they interact with white people and how they interact with other people of color.
Mm-hmm.
More importantly, for safety.
Yes, it's
There's a good NPR podcast about that. It's also called Code Switch.
Okay. So I'm all for anything from NPR. I feel like they do a lot of good research.
I know, I love it.
Why is this... Why is that... I don't know.
Drama?
I read
Because
that.
it's got
Yeah.
LGBTQ plus content.
I do
don't
not remember that.
I don't know, I haven't read that
like
one.
6th grade. I do not remember that.
I remember that book. I don't remember what happened in it.
I do remember, like, the girl was jealous because she wasn't able to... She was a techie. She was doing
You gotta remember, too, it's not just, like, we're talking quite a bit about the newer books that are honest about race relations or that are honest about LGBTQ issues, but a lot of classic books get banned, too. Toni Morrison is on this year's list again because of being sexually explicit, which I don't know, I haven't read it, but I don't know that it is so much that as it is an honest representation. Did we stop this, or is this thing still going?
Did we stop? Is it stopped?
I don't know. I don't think we have an audio.
It was going.
Oh boy, I wonder where we stopped. Okay, this is fun. Oh, well, we'll have to play it back and find out what happens. This month you might get only a video because the audio went screwy. Somebody pushed a button. Which was probably me because I've been dropping stuff on the laptop. Anyway, a lot of the classic stuff, because it was either honest to the time and used language that we don't consider appropriate today,
Yeah.
but it's a good reflection of the time and makes for a good study of what was happening then. Mm-hmm. Or things like that, where, like, because I think it's, what is it, The Bluest Eye? Is it that one?
I think I saw
Yeah,
that.
The Bluest Eye, because it depicts child sexual abuse and was considered sexually explicit. But the average teacher who has you read that isn't giving it to, like, 6th graders.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to do it in your upper level high school classes where you should be...
Mature enough.
Yes, and you...
To,
you
like,
know, I mean,
understand it.
watch the news.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sad fact of life, and we use literature to explain the sad facts of life. But yeah, so things like, okay, let's see. If we look at the frequent list, this is a little bit older because it's as of 2016. But if we look at some of the young adult stuff, Judy Blume, she's been forever Tiger Eyes. Like, and they've been after her since she was writing stuff. Hey, there's a Sarah Dessen on this. She just teen romance, so I liked that one, When It Happens. That's a good one. I think I had that one on display. See, but it's just the things that you wouldn't expect necessarily.
Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to argue that one is not age appropriate, because it probably isn't for say a 5th grader, because doesn't somebody, at least one person, get shot in the arrow?
Yeah.
With an eyeball, shot through the eyeball with an arrow? So
I don't have a clue. I never.
But by the time you're hitting your target range, which was high schoolers,
young adults is junior high.
Yeah, so a lot of the things that are on the list, it's kind of crazy what ends up on it.
Trying to see if I see any of that.
That's why I printed it, if you happen to catch anything. But yeah, The Grapes of Wrath, of Mice and Men. R.L. Stein gets banned a lot because he does weird, goofy things. Let's see. A Wrinkle in Time, which isn't that a Newbery winner? Or if it's not a Newbery winner, it's a Newbery honor.
I have
it's
the book.
won awards.
I've seen the movie and I've read the book.
Newbery honor.
Yeah, and so that's on the children's list. Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry comes up a lot. And that's a civil rights story. Who's else? Something that everybody knows. So yeah, it's crazy.
The Kite Runner is banned.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's on Honest Depiction.
Yeah.
Then there you go. So you've got classics like the Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer, The Color Purple. Usually because they're...
John Green is... oh, you better watch out, because 4 out of his, 6 books... The Abundance of Catherine's, Let's Fall in the Stars, Looking for Alaska, Paper Towns.
What?
Well...
No cancer for you.
I don't understand.
Anybody can come up with any reason to not like something. It's a lot easier to come up with a reason to not like something than it is to come up with a reason to like something.
The SE handbooks, I don't understand.
It's The Outsiders, isn't it?
Yeah, and Tex, and That Was Then, This Is Now. I've read That Was Then, This Is Now, and The Outsiders.
Yeah.
Which, I understand, I understand. I can guess the reasons. But, come on now.
Nick Hart was here. Is that the one where that poor kid get, in that bicycle accident where he runs into the back of a truck? And wasn't wearing a helmet and he ends up dead? I don't know. See, like I said, this was I figured a good thing to talk about. A, because it's something that is currently happening a lot more frequently.
Yeah.
And it's in the news a lot more than it has been in the past handful of years. And because it's September and it's Banned Books Week is coming up, and I always make sure that we do something either in teen or in children's for that. It's always fun in children's to put up the display of children's books because people are like, but why? And I'm like, good question, parental person, or good question, grandma. I wonder that myself. And I always feel better when other people do too, because then it's not just me.
I think Caillou was challenged. People had petitions to take it off the air, but that was just because people thought Caillou was a spoiled brat. Because his parents did some gentle parenting.
But yeah, Where's Waldo?
Huh?
In the Where's Waldo, where there's a beach scene, there is, if you can find it, and good luck doing it, because in a room full of 50 library science students. That thing went around the room almost the whole way before somebody found it, and we had to pass it the whole way back around. There's one topless lady.
Wow.
Which, in reprintings, they took out so that you wouldn't have to worry about that. But, and I can see where somebody would be upset by that, but honestly, the amount of effort it took to find that, the person who was upset was probably the only person who found it until after they said something, and then everybody started looking for it.
Yeah. Like, yeah. That's probably exactly what happened.
Yeah. A lot of family books come under fire because they talk about all kinds of different families.
Yeah, that's true.
Snow White.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna talk Snow White, if you're talking the original Grimm,
Yeah.
the original Grimm really is not appropriate for children under the age of 10 to begin with.
I don't know what version that is.
Like,
I-
all Grimms are not appropriate for children.
Exactly, all Grimms, because
all the
the
origins
Grimm
of-
was dark. It was an effort to teach children and keep children in line in the, 1800s?
Yeah.
And so it is not Disney's
Yeah.
fairy tale.
And I feel like there's, like, almost all the Disney princess origins are...
Yeah, they're a little sketchy if you look into what was originally in them.
Oh, my favorite theory about the Disney Frozen is that the reason why they named the Disney Frozen movie Frozen was that people looked up Disney Frozen, they wouldn't see the conspiracy theory that Walt Disney's head is frozen down in the, I think Magic Kingdom.
Oh, they're never going to get rid of that he was cryogenically frozen.
Yeah, cryogenically frozen, yeah, but
Yeah,
now
I
See, I'm not
Disney
sure about
Frozen.
this one, The Librarian of Basra. It comes up on the children's list. I use that one in Storytime. That one's a really good one. Like, it's a true story. It's either Iraq or Afghanistan, I think. This woman who was in charge of the library, who, when bombings and stuff started, was really nervous about what was going to happen to all the books, so she took them all home. Her neighbors, everybody, was hiding books in cupboards and under couches and, trying to keep the written word alive
Yeah.
through human tragedy. And then, when things settled down, they slowly started moving them back into the building. And, it's a really cool story.
I feel like I've heard of that before.
I don't know. You can't tell children about the tragedy of the Iraq War. Ooh, George Bush.
I'm trying to remember what happened in The Giver, because it's on this list.
Well, it's a dystopian.
It's the
It's
dystopian.
I kind of forget.
Isn't that the one where if you have twins, one of them goes in the trash chute?
Yeah, the
Okay,
one that
yes,
weighs less,
I haven't
think.
read it, but I
they
saw the
kill
movie,
him.
and it was a little like, oh my god.
Well, the movie and the book, two different things.
Yeah,
Like
that is true.
the kid is 9 or I think he's 12 in the book, and then in the movie he's 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that a lot when they do movies because it's
Easier.
It's easier to visually depict a 15-year-old doing some of these things than it is a 12-year-old, which is why it's written that way, to really make you think about it and look at, our world in a manner that will help you change the world and make it better. But
Nah, I think it's because they need a teenage heartthrob to put on the posters.
that's probably part of it too.
And
Yeah.
there was was there even romance in the books?
No.
That's what the book.
I think
that's what I
this-
thought.
There's the sequels. God, I read it for 8th grade, but nope, I totally forgot about their sequels. And they were not good.
Okay, so the way it was explained to me, by a college friend, is that the first one was this story, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one was this other story
Yeah.
that had nothing to do with the first one. And then the third one has nothing to do with either one of those two and makes no sense. But you get to the fourth one and it ties it all together beautifully. And I'm like, this is not making me want to read this series. This is just making me mad and I haven't even read it yet.
They're all in the same universe, but the second one is way more village community type thing. And there's this dangerous type of this dangerous forest, and apparently if you get nicked in it, you get a little whoop, you're dead. It's a danger forest, it grabs you. So if it grabs you, you're dead. But this one kid with this one dog, I think, and he's able to navigate the entire thing.
One dog.
Yeah, he gets to hang out with a little pupper and go anywhere.
And the Bridge to Terabithia is on this list too. That's a sad one. I haven't read the book, but I did watch that movie. You get to the end of it, that's awful. You seen that one?
Mm-mm. I've heard.
I won't tell you then. Get to the end of that one, though. That one's awful.
Because, like, speaking of The Giver, it's a good story. Like, it's kind of weird, but I think because it's dystopian. But the plot of it is kind of interesting. I didn't think I'd like it. Nobody in my class liked it, I don't think. But I did. I went home and watched the movie.
Why's Julia the Wolves on this one? I see. You'd have to really think about it to come up with why some of these things are here. But see, there's Judy Blume again. You got Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Because it's an honest depiction of pubescent girlhood.
Mm-hmm.
And not allowed to write about that kind of thing because it upsets people. Which I think is kind of dumb, but...
Yeah.
What do I know?
Trying to see if I recognize any more. Captain Underpants. Dang.
Because it's underpants. And he says a lot of fart jokes. Which honestly is kind of annoying, but I mean, the target age range
That think
of
it's
kid,
hilarious.
They do. They think it's hilarious. It's why he's still publishing them. It's why people are still buying them. He's an Ohio author. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't either till I moved to Ohio. I learned lots of stuff when I moved to Ohio.
It's so weird to me. Like, Harry Potter. Like, I know the reason, but I'm like, it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that one's a weird one. That one I think has been on the banned books list since it got popular. I mean, I grew up with kids who weren't allowed to read it. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But, I don't know. I read them all. I read them all enough times that a couple of mine are falling apart.
I don't know a lot of these kids' books, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of these are new, though, because it's 2016.
Like I said, that one's the older list, but...
In theory, I was in, like, the middle in 2016, so...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, 2018, too, is when we saw a large uptick in challenging library programming. Because that's when the drag queen story time got popular.
Yeah.
Which upset a lot of people. So that was a different uptick of things. Like, it wasn't just books. It was... programming, too.
To Kill a Mockingbird. That makes some sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, I guess.
But then once again, you're not reading To Kill a Mockingbird with the average 6th grader.
Yeah.
You read To Kill a Mockingbird in either, like, upper junior high or high school.
I tried to read it.
I mean, I didn't read it for class, but I did read it.
I tried to read it on, like, the online thing, but then my thing expired before I could finish it, and then I was like, I'm not even gonna. Because it wasn't that far anyways.
I didn't like it that much, which was nothing against the book, but it was described to me as a romance. And that book is really super... Yeah, see, you're making really stupid faces at me. That book is really super not a romance. It is a good book.
I've never even read it all the way, but I'm like...
Yeah, no.
Pretty sure it's not.
It's not at all. But, like, that was described that way to me, and, like, that's why I took it home and why I was gonna read it. And so, like, I get all the way to the end of this book, and there's no romance at all, and I'm like, this is the dumbest book I've ever read in my entire life. If it had been explained to me in the manner in which the book actually is, which is, you know, coming of age and race relations in small towns and, you know, civil rights and all that stuff, I probably would have thought it was great. I did see the play in Cleveland when it was here this past spring, and it was really good. It was fantastic, but...
Is it bad that I didn't know that Dead Poet Society was a book? I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that.
I've only seen the movie. Like,
I haven't actually seen the movie.
I've seen parts of it. I don't really know
I mean,
a lot of the story.
I've seen the
I'm
trailer.
pretty sure, isn't it? I feel like Robin Williams is in it.
Robin Williams was in that one. So was Matt Damon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like a young Matt Damon?
Mm-hmm. I think he's like the main character, if I'm not wrong.
Or something like that.
I feel like that's an 80s movie. But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Might be a 90s movie.
Could be. If it was the part of the 90s where I was only watching Disney.
I'm gonna Google it, because no. 89.
Oh yeah, she's pretty close. Oh yeah, so
It's a pretty long list.
it is. That's like the top 100 or something.
Yeah.
And then there are top 100 lists by decade. There are top 10s for every year. I only printed parts and pieces just so that we'd have a starting point, and like I said, so that I wouldn't get the numbers mixed up.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to make sure if we were going to talk about it in a public forum, I had the correct amount of like challenges and percentages and things. But yeah, so we went from 156 challenges in 2020 to 729 challenges in 2021. Which just means that Banned Books Week and the celebration of your right to read and choose what you read is more important now than ever.
Yeah.
This year's theme, which I liked, was Books Unite Us, Censorship Divides Us. Because sharing stories is important to us. Sharing stories important to us means sharing a part of ourselves, and books reach across boundaries and build connections between readers. And the flyer I put down in the Teen Zone, it wasn't the official one from ALA. It was a kind of generic one, but I really liked what it said. It was free people read freely.
Yeah.
Which I like. Because we do. That's kind of the point. Do we have anything else to add?
I don't think so.
Because we talked.
Maya?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we're good.
Anything else outside of Banned Books Week, or anything else that we're, moving forward that we're going to be doing, or hoping to be doing, or anything we want people to know?
We're doing Murder Mystery again.
We are going to do Murder Mystery again. We actually have to talk about that tonight a little bit as to how we're going to audition and allow other people outside of TAC to perform as actors.
Yeah. But that's
Which is exciting, yeah. I'm kind of excited. I still am not entirely sure how I got talked into doing it every year, but it should be fun.
It went well.
It did go well. The second time was a whole lot easier than that first time. That first time was a doozy. Woo! Yeah, be glad you missed that one. I got a little crazy.
Yeah, I
And
heard.
a smidge mean. By a smidge, I mean like, this much. Like a lot. I got a lot mean that year. But yeah, we have nothing else to say. And this was a pretty good discussion. We have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Next month, whatever we talk about with, it's what, Frankie and Leah?
Yep.
That should be fun.
That'll be fun and probably a lot less heavy. We probably won't be talking about banned books and why people who don't let other people read are annoying. Stupid. Yeah. I was trying to be nice, but yeah, stupid. But yeah, should be good. And that thing says 42 and this thing says 39, so we only missed a couple of minutes. We should be okay.
Yeah.
Might post it anyway. Just as that way we'd have something.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we have nothing else, then we will see you next month.
Yep.